Good morning, my lovelies. I have to apologise first of all if I'm a little dark because it is sunrise and it's very early and there's not much I can do about it right now. If you see that little white bit out, I don't know, out there, that is the sun radiating off the ocean. So what I wanted to just share with you very quickly, so today is the day I'm training with Tats. So I decided also today is day 2 of Leo season and the energy is radiating from the fire sign, which is controlled by the sun. So I particularly, being a WA girl, I've always grown up with the most incredible sunsets over the West Australian coast. But since I've been in New South Wales, because we don't have sunsets over the ocean here, and the ocean is part of my soul as well, I've become very used to and loving sunrises over the ocean. And we know, science has proven that if you start your day right with 3 simple things, it can change your whole entire day. 1 is gratitude, so you're grateful for being alive, your friends, being healthy, being anything you're gratitude for. 2 is exercise in the morning, can change your whole entire day. And 3 is meditation. So even just 5 minutes of meditation in the morning can change your whole entire day. So I'm really making the most of, at this present time, the changes that are going on in my life right now, and as I explained in my last episode, the divorce, to really make the most of the fire sign, my season, my month, and the sun and the energy. Like, everything around us is energy. We are energy. What we eat is energy. The sun is energy. The water, everything has energy and vibrates in a different way. So it's finding that parallel of vibrations in your life. So I'm particularly making the most of my fire sign season and the sun and sunrise, and starting my day right, because everything is moving forward just nicely for me in my divorce. But what I wanted to say, so lately as well, I read a lot of quotes from people in history and people in history. And Thomas Edison is someone that I very much admire. The man was an absolute genius. Thomas Edison died of diabetes, and as I've explained, I'm insulin resistant, which is the precursor to diabetes. Thomas Edison is such a genius, and he actually predicted back in 1906, don't quote me on that, but around that time, he said, because of what was happening in the healthcare system at that particular time, that in the future, we are in the future, it's over 100 years later, that practitioners, doctors, would be, rather than treating the problem, such as treating the diabetes or trying to treat the diabetes, they would be preventing the disease, which is what we exactly are doing now. So, and I'm going to get back onto the Thomas Edison thing, but how do we prevent diabetes? 1, we exercise. 2, we put it in our mind that we are not going to become diabetic even if you have insulin resistance. 3, you maintain a low glycemic index diet at all times. And 4, like, you meditate, you stretch, but they basically, and also a preventative medication, like a Diabex if you particularly need it. But the man was an absolute genius. Thomas Edison also said about the night before you go to bed at night. And what he said about going tonight is, just before you go to sleep, your subconscious never goes to sleep. Even though your conscious mind goes to sleep, our body goes to sleep, our subconscious mind, which is so much more stronger than our conscious mind, I think it's 100 times more stronger than our conscious mind, is still going in overdrive. So before you go to bed at night, you need to put into your subconscious mind really good thoughts on what you want to change or what you want to achieve or anything like that. So at night time as well, I do a meditation in the morning and also this hypnosis before I go to sleep. And sometimes I fall asleep when it's on, but I don't particularly care. It's okay because your subconscious is always listening. So anyway, yesterday was a very interesting day. Yesterday I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, my throat is getting really sore, because I actually felt like I was coming down with tonsillitis. My throat started to get really sore and I thought, oh no, this can't be happening. So I did, the whole salt, warm water, gargle thing, lemon in hot water thing. Yesterday as well, I also had a thing, like a presentation at my uni, and usually I would order, because currently I'm off all gluten completely, I would just tell them in advance, the catering are just gluten-free. They give you sandwiches gluten-free, but I didn't, because I wasn't sure if I was going to go to it or not, and it was non-compulsory. But I went and I was starving, and they had these slider type sandwiches out, and I thought, you know what, they're brown bread, I know I'm off completely gluten, but 2 won't hurt, because I was really hungry. I could feel my blood sugars dropping, going into a little bit hypoglycemic. So, I had these sandwiches. Last night when I was in bed and I was feeling, I had a really early night, because I wanted to come out here and, I wanted to do some meditation and some yoga in the sunrise. I was honestly in the middle, like not even in the middle, just started my hypnosis, and my conscious mind could not just focus on my breath. I could feel my, my temperature starting to fluctuate, my body became clammy, and I honestly thought, oh no, this is developing into a really big flu. Today I really had it in my head that I was going to come out into the, do my yoga and meditation particularly here, I'm definitely going. I had training with Tats today. I had all these things going on today that, productive, and I want to do, and I cannot get sick. I had some medication sitting in a drawer, some daytime and nighttime tablets, and also some throat, anesthetic, antibacterial throat things for my throat, and I particularly didn't want to take them because I prefer to treat my body holistically before I go for the medications. So anyway, I thought, oh no, I can't get sick. Let's just take one of these throat lozenges, and see how I go. And I put it in my throat and going to go down, like trying to hypnotize myself, and it was just not happening. I could still feel my body getting worse and worse and worse. Then suddenly I was like, get up, ran to the bathroom, had a vommy, and had a big chucky, like there was a lot of chucky, and came back to bed, put back on the meditation, and put myself to sleep. But in my head I was like, no, this cannot happen, this cannot not happen. I'm definitely going to here today, I'm definitely doing that training session, I cannot get sick. Lo and behold, I wake up and completely fine. I got up, full of energy, came here, whatever, full of energy, and I can actually say that my throat has not sore anymore completely. So, there are people in history who foresaw how it was going to be today. And my point is that whatever you put into your mind in the night and in the day is going to pretty much set your whole entire day. Anyway, thank goodness for that. I'm actually not sick, because I have exciting things today. I've started the day amazing, and I'm gonna, now is about almost 8 a.m. and training with Tats is at 10. I just want to share with you that first of all, treat your body holistically before you're going for all these drugs and medications. And you know what, I'm pro Western medicine and pro traditional medicine, or complementary alternative medicine, and that is by treating the body holistically first, and if you need to implement also some traditional, like some Western medicine into that as well, then go ahead and put some of that in there. But first of all, go back to nature, go back to how we were, because one of my other favorite philosophers, Hippocrates, said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So whatever we eat, whatever we nourish our body with, and even that is just from our mind, in our mouth, our energies, everything is that is going to be our medicine first and foremost. Then as our backup, we go to the Western medicine in itself, which also has side effects. So that's why we don't particularly, unless it's particularly necessary, like you have cancer, or something like that, then, you know, try to heal it from a natural source already, because your mind can do wonders. And I'm not sick! I know I said that this session was going to be a powerlifting session with trainer Tats, and I've just finished, and what she worked out with me, and it completely makes sense, is I have a very weak rectus femoris, which is your quad muscles, and I favour my posterior, which is like your booty, which totally makes sense because, you know, being a dancer for so many years, and I completely have neglected my quads. So anyway, she said before I can get to a powerlifting stage, I do need to work on my quads. So she's given me a bunch of exercises which are like really basic exercises, and for me I kind of feel, oh, you know what, it is going backwards to, you know, beginner kind of exercises, but it serves me right for really neglecting my quads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film and work on my progress with my quads and how that's all going, and strengthening that, because you know what, if guys can lift really heavy on a squat rack, so can I. girls can do whatever boys can do, and that's exactly what trainer Tats, it inspired her to become a PT, because she wanted to get girls to a certain level as like guys do. And for myself, yeah, I've come from a different background. I was a swimmer and a dancer, and I enjoy yoga and whatever, so I'm actually really enjoying being pushed and getting onto a whole nother level, because I see the guys in the squat rack and go, wow, they really know squat heavy, and I want to be exactly like that, because I like to be competitive with guys as well in the sporting sense. So anyway, I'll keep you guys updated every single week, and I'll show you my like sissy, so even sissy, it's like pre-sissy, really beginner, but that's really cool, because you know what, everyone starts out somewhere, and I tell you what, I'm gonna become a powerlifter. Stay tuned.